Man, I miss home.
I'm working on it, I swear. I'm hoping it'll be done within the next 3 to 6 months. Maybe less, maybe more.
You know, that tells me less than nothing, Trazen. Like, seriously, you should have just said, you'll be home in the future. And honestly, I'm starting to doubt that.
I have to move hundreds, if not thousands, of primitive human starships into proper positioning and move their internals into proper locations, then figure out how to send you into the thing and back onto the surface of your world without turning you into a fine red mist.
You know, that sounds complex, and it's probably a lot more complex than I understand. Don't you have Orkin on speed dial or something? Can't he help you out with the time travel stuff?
I'm going to ignore that suggestion. I've been testing the time travel stuff, mostly with meat bags I have some extras of. Your house may be painted red when you get home, though it'll likely be more flies by that time. Actually, it could be gone. You do live in southeastern America.
Look, I'd rather not become jelly in my own garden. Why not just ask Orkin to help out? Worst case scenario, he can't figure it out either, and we have to keep working on this. Best case scenario, he helps me get home sooner, and I'll stop breaking stuff in your museum.
You know I'm trying. I can do it on my own. I don't need that lesser former life form.
You and him still having a lover's quarrel?
I will dissect you and make you into a monitor for my video games.
We both know you won't. You need me to exist so that you'll exist.
I don't like that you're right, but I'm still not calling Orkin.
Look, man, I know you and him are always on rough ground, but I also know there's a mutual respect. He's a master of time, and you're a master of biotechnology. You both, working together, can create, destroy, and subjugate entire segmentum, if not the galaxy itself. If you two work together, you could legitimately destroy the forces of chaos and the Tyranid onslaughts and turn the orcs back to Krorks, and have them loyally serve you. The Tau wouldn't be able to fight back, leading them to being thralls they already are to their own stupid ideals. Hell, the Imperium of Man would be the only ones to fight you two, but with your knowledge on history and the warp, you'd be capable of manipulating them into subservience. What are you and Orkin fighting about this time, anyway?
He broke in and stole my favorite art pieces, and then broke them. Didn't even enjoy them, just smashed them. And they were our history, our people before this curse. I can't forgive him. And don't you give me your book. I know to forgive is divine, but I am no divine.
Oh, jeez. I actually understand. I need some time to think on an answer about this, but I'll admit, I feel the same. I miss my home. It's why I've been playing video games with Margaret so much. The old video games remind me of a time I can't go back to and a home I can't see. Honestly, I miss home right now, but I'll admit there's some things I do not miss. In fact, why don't I indulge you? Another one of my 3v3 lists. First up, third place, the things I don't miss about my home, politicians. Unfortunately, they're everywhere. At least the ones in the 41st millennium aren't eating baby skin alive in order to try and gain power from lesser gods. Seriously, they did that in my time, and people will still happily give them power. I hate everything about those who think themselves above God. And in the case of politicians, hate is not a strong enough word. But something I do miss is the sun. I live in Florida. I like heat. I weigh less than 100 pounds. For those lesser species in the universe, I'm less than 45 kilograms. I have no fat in my body to keep warm. The full sun in these ships don't hit right. I can feel my skin getting weaker, and my body is always so cold. Not quite as cold as outside this ship, but still pretty cold. And the ventilation on this galleon isn't great either. Half the time, I'm pretty sure the furnace is just coughing up smoke into my lungs. And I'm in one of the cleaner areas of the ship. That's actually why I spend so much time on yours, Trazen. Your artificial star is much warmer than what is fucking lights. Of course, I've worked in gas stations and food services a lot in my life, so I admit, I don't care for tourists. I hate how they seem to think their way of life is how you should treat everyone. Chicago especially. I've lived there, and everyone is an asshole. But they act like if they go to, say, Valparaiso, Indiana, they should treat the people there like they're still in Chicago. No. Hell, I used to live near an Amish village in Illinois. Tourists would constantly be trying to get pictures of them. Do not do that. And where I was living before you kidnapped me, Trazen, was a connection point between Dothan, Orlando, Panama City Beach, and Mobile. New Yorkers especially treat everyone like they're better than them. Fuck off with that shit. But I also miss my friendly local game shops. I miss talking to people about my hobbies. In space, I'm able to talk to my friends through special adapted programs, but it's nice to just run into random people, talk to them about what you enjoy, or see faces you know and ask them about their day. I miss that. It's important to support small businesses and help your community in that way. Of course, the thing I miss the least about Florida is, why don't drivers use their fucking headlights in the rain?
Oh, but I can see perfectly fine in sunny Florida. Even when it's raining, it's bright out.
Those headlights are not for you to see, believe it or not. They are for you to be seen. I can't tell if you're in my mirrors if there's a coat of water covering them up and your black sedan is blending into the concrete. Use your fucking turn signals too. I have never seen a police officer in Florida use their goddamn turn signals. You changing into my lane out of nowhere means I have to try and not slam into you and off a bridge. But what do I miss the most about home? I gotta say it's the food. Especially Gator. I love Gator. It tastes like a naturally spiced chicken to me, and I go absolutely crazy for it. But here in the 41st millennia, I somehow ate a tomato that tasted like a french fry, but it was raw and had the consistency of rot. I still don't know if it was good for me or literal poison. It did make me sit on the toilet for several hours, though. I'll be honest, life is good. Your current situation can always be better or worse. Look around you and realize that you never really know what you have until it's long since gone and you can't touch it anymore. Friends, family, or even just an object. Everything matters. You matter. Because you've touched everyone you've come across, literally and metaphorically. Now, shove off.